So in Nigeria, one of the very first mistakes foreigners make when registering businesses or even locals, because when you enter into a joint venture with a local as a foreigner, the laws applicable to foreigners would also apply to the company, is the fact that they choose the wrong structure of business. The wrong structure in the sense that for foreigners, you're only allowed to register a company, limited liability company or unlimited company. You're not allowed to register a sole proprietorship. And once you've gone ahead to commence with sole proprietorship, then you'll be issued a query when you start uploading the details of the officers of the company and it is saying that, oh, there is a foreigner there. Then also the share capital. So for share capital, previously it used to be 10 million naira share capital required for foreign participation or foreign investors. And not a lot of people believe or are aware that it has been increased to 100 million. So sometimes some people would have gone ahead, they've picked the right structure, which is a company, and then they've also logged in the share capital and made payments. Upon review of the application, then a query will be issued that, oh, this share capital is not in compliance. And that is a lot of work. It will destabilize you because you would have to increase the filing fees and then comply with the stamp duty and CAC filing fees as well. So that's something that you need to focus on and be aware of, that the required share capital is 100 million. So you need to take note of the share capital and then the business structure. And also the name. Like Beatrice said, a name is very, very important. And the Corporate Affairs Commission, which is CAC, they are very careful to look at the kind of names that you apply with. For example, when a name has been trademarked and registered, you can't use such a name or you can apply for such a name. But most people would go ahead to start making branded materials and all of that, even before they register the business. When the law specifically states that you have to register your business within 28 days of commencement of business. But we usually advise that you register your business before you even commence so that you have everything in place. The name is already settled. If the name you decide to use or the name that came to you in a vision or whatever is similar to what somebody is already using, you can quickly change it. You would have time to sit down before people, potential customers, start learning of that name. You can quickly change it. Now, a name doesn't have to be exactly word for word for it to be denied. With experience, we've noticed that once a name sounds alike as another name, it will be denied because the basis for this is just that, oh, the common man has to be able to distinguish between company A and company B and their products as well. So when I see the name of a company and its products on the shelf at the supermarket, I should be able to tell that, okay, this product or this name is different from this other name. The fact that they are similar doesn't mean they are from a group of companies. So that's the basis. So they always approve names that are different and names that have not been already registered. So don't go ahead and start carrying on business activities when the name of the business has not been settled. And even when a name has been approved, because name application and search is the first stage of every company registration. Even when it has been approved, it is also advisable that you wait till you get your certificate of incorporation, because over time, I've experienced that sometimes a name might be approved at the early stage, but just before the certificate of incorporation is issued, CAC can find out that, oh, somebody has actually used this name, or somebody was in the process of registering a business with such a name or a similar name before you logged in your registration. So in that instance, they can't go ahead and approve such a name. And also, if maybe through an oversight or whatever the case might have been, and they approve the name for you, and a company learns that, or they do a search and they find out that, oh, somebody is trying to register a name that is similar to ours, they can send a notice or a petition to CAC that, oh, please don't approve such a name because it's going to cause issues for our business. So until a certificate of incorporation is issued, you can't categorically state that that name belongs to you. Even when it has been issued, there are instances where another company can call for withdrawal of such certificates because they feel that, oh, such a name is similar, and probably during registration, that was not taken into account. Then another mistake people also make is the fact that they fill in wrong details for the officers of a company, such as not spelling names correctly, filling in wrong phone numbers or email addresses, both for the officers and the company as well. So you need to bear in mind that when registering a company, the details on your incorporation document are what will be available. It's a public document as well. To be available to the public. When anybody goes on to search for this company, they will see these details. And if they want to make contact with you, if those details are not correct, then you've just lost potential customer or an investor or an information that would have been very, very helpful to you as a company. So you have to ensure that you go through whatever details that are being uploaded and you upload the right information. Although CAC allows you to change some of these details if you notice that there was an error that was made, but of course, it's going to cost you money after registering and a certificate has been issued. So if you want to change those details, then you would have to pay another filing fee to correct those details. Then also submitting the wrong documents. So where you submit the wrong ID and all of that, such registration will be queried and you'll be asked to upload the right documents. Then there's something that used to be in practice, but it stopped and then it has come back again, which is proficiency certificates. So before, CAC used to ask for proficiency certificates for certain kinds of businesses who engage in professional services. So let's say you want to register a school or a pharmacy. You need proficiency certificate just means a document that is issued by the regulatory body guiding that profession, that you are free or you are licensed to practice either as a teacher or a school owner or a pharmacist. So you need to upload such documents aside from the other documents that are required by CAC. So sometimes some people do not upload such documents and neither of the directors in the company have such documents. Now, when you do that and such a registration is queried, you are then left handicapped. So you start looking for how to change some of the directors or how to get that registration. Even for real estate businesses, you also need proficiency certificate. So that's something that you need to take note of to upload such a document. And even for the MEMAT, so I mentioned earlier that CAC provides a MEMAT for you to just adopt during registration, but you can decide to draft yours and upload yours. Now, in the event that you decide to draft yours, please ensure that you give such job to a professional, in the sense, a lawyer, a very good lawyer at that, so that you don't end up with a tacky document. It's better you adopt what is provided by CAC than you go ahead and draft a mediocre document. So if you want to draft your memorandum and article of association, make sure it is not poorly drafted. It is drafted by a very good professional, a lawyer, and they observe or they take note of all of the things that you want to be stated on the document. So these are some of the mistakes that people make as well. And also, finally, I would also like to state that although you would not be allowed, but some people think that when you want to register a company, you can just slot in group on the name. No, there are some names that are not allowed. So except it's actually a group of companies, you can't have group in the name. You can't have a single company and then you say, oh, I want to register as a group. So if it's a group, it has to be a group of companies.